What's up, guys? I know some of you are wondering why I haven't been playing much golf lately. When's my next tournament? What's the plan? I just did Q school and almost made it. Are you going to quit now? And no, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to explain my 5-year plan in the next 5 minutes. So I'm going to have to talk pretty fast to get through it all. Stay with me. Um, I'm not going to be competing for a while because I'm straight up out of money. Flat out. Golf tournaments aren't free, and I don't have a traditional job where I earn a salary every single month. So I've got to earn money. That's why I'm pushing social media so hard. It's a passion of mine. I enjoy creating. I know I have value to provide to the world, both in the golf and the fitness, health, and wellness, and even the spirituality, personal growth arenas, all the different things that I've struggled with and experimented with in my own life. I know I can turn around and share the things I'm learning with other people, and there's a value exchange there, and there's a way to be smart about it and monetize that. This year, I've made a lot of progress in that arena. I've attracted a management team, which is helping me kind of bring my vision to life. And so for years 1 through 3, the priority scale is going to kind of flip, where last year for about 6 months, golf was top priority. It can't be that way anymore, unfortunately. I'm still going to golf, and if I could find some funding and a group of investors or something like that, I would definitely still play. But right now, spending a lot of time and money traveling is just counterproductive. I can't be my best at golf until I take care of the financial side of things, because I'm just unfocused and there's so much pressure on every tournament. It's like, God, if you miss this cut, what are you going to do? Where's the next entry fee going to come from? And that's just not a sustainable way to get to the PGA Tour. I've seen so many people try and fail that were way more talented than me because of those exact reasons. And I know I have the potential to put the power in my own hands, to earn a great source of income, and have that repeat itself over time, where the business that I build eventually runs itself, and it's just money's flowing in because I've created evergreen products and partnerships with brands and helped other people advance their career. There's so many ideas I have that just take time, and when I'm practicing all day every day and traveling for tournaments and just kind of trying to work on my phone and working from 10 p.m. till 2 a.m. the night before a tournament, like, I just can't make that much progress on it. So right now the timing is good. It's winter. A lot of tournaments slow down anyway. I'm just gonna sit my ass at home and keep working on this stuff. So number one, content is king. You guys can probably see that right now. I'm literally daily vlogging. A big part of why I'm doing this 75 hard process, with 2 workouts per day and sticking to a diet plan, is so I have a story to tell every single day. It's much simpler to document just working out and eating clean and reading a book and journaling. That's more simple than it is to create content around golf. Golf is such a complex thing. I'm obviously still going to do golf content, but my content always mimics my real life. It's not fabricated. I'm not creating an image. I'm literally telling you what I'm doing. And so the reason it's been mostly fitness and motivational stuff lately is because that's what I've been doing. My neck has been hurt for like a week. I haven't been able to golf. And so as soon as I golf again, you'll see golf in my videos. But I'm doing 75 hard to basically practice at having good enough time management skills to get it all in every day, get the workouts in, get the right nutrition in, get the reading and the journaling and the personal growth stuff, get the golf in. Like, to accomplish all these different goals I have to be really elite at time management. And I see this program as a great way to just practice that. I'm going to run 75 hard immediately after this first one, just back to back. So the first 6 months of 2022, I'm going to be doing 75 hard. The first one I'm bulking, trying to gain some weight, and then the second one I'm going to cut down, but hopefully maintain some muscle mass. But for the purpose of this video, I know that's irrelevant. So yes, practicing the whole daily vlogging thing. How am I going to do that? Hiring help. I know I can't do it by myself. Right now, I'm just doing the best that I can to just spit passion into the world. And historically, as I've done that, it's attracted other people that have the same vibe and same ambition, and they come into the mix and help me bring my vision to life. That's already happening right now. I'm having multiple conversations with filmers and editors. I'm getting ready to take, a huge leap of faith and just invest in myself, even though I don't have it, and based on the, fact that it will come back to me. The work I'm doing is well planned. It's well structured. It may take time, but everything I'm talking about will happen. I'm not in question of the plan at all. So I'm trying to hire help so that I can eventually just live my day, work out, golf, read, etc., work on my business, and I don't have to stop every 30 seconds, whatever I'm doing, and set the camera up and film myself doing it again, and then change the lighting, and then change like, it's too much. And right now I'm just bulldozing through everything by basically getting 5 hours of sleep a night. I'm waking up at 5 a.m. I'm up till midnight, 12:30 every single night, finishing my videos, going on live streams. It's an unbelievable pace of life right now, but it just has to be that way. I'm building something that's more important than my sleep. And eventually there will be help, and it'll be more sustainable. So I'm trying to fund golf through social media. And in order to do that, there's a number of ways. I won't go into all of it right now, but brand deals, long-term partnerships with well-aligned brands. I have had a tremendous amount of outreach, especially in the last 6 months, as I've really tripled down on social media. You know, I can advertise for big brands and create content for them on my own social media channels, and tell people, use my discount code to buy this product and earn a little bit of commission. But at a more high value way than that is like creating content for the brands, working with them on co-designing products and services, doing stuff for their channels, doing photo shoots, video shoots. There's a ton of value I can provide to brands in the golf and fitness and health and wellness spaces. Most of them are just coming to me, but now I have a management team that's going to help me source some as well, and looking for, long-term, mutually beneficial partnerships. That's, a big way. My own products and services. I want to create merchandise. I'm trying to work with a designer and create some really exclusive high-end t-shirts for starters that are designed, way above and beyond like just putting a stamp of my face or my name. I want it to be more lifestyle. Not just like, oh, team, Alex, but instead like phrases and visuals that are broadly appealing, and anybody, even if they didn't really know me, would think was cool. And do like a really limited release, like 100 items, never gonna restock. I've seen those type of merch drops do the best, and I think it'd be really fun to create something like that. I'm actually more artistic than I give myself credit for. I think it shows up in my videos with how much I enjoy trying to create visual aesthetics, and I think I could easily translate that on into a clothing thing. And services as well, mentorship, one-on-one coaching. I'm just trying to listen to what people are telling me for feedback, and I get questions in all different arenas: golf, fitness, health and wellness, lifestyle, relationships, personal growth, finding your purpose and passion. And so I'm just trying to listen to what comes up the most, and then try to find ways that I can create a little more structured things to help people with that. Because right now, my time is a limited asset, and I'm not charging anyone for anything. I have literally 100 conversations per day, all of which, I could phrase them as consulting. Like, oh, you got questions about how to grow social media? Well, I have a consulting agency where I'll take calls regarding that. But right now, my mentality is just like give, and it will come back. But it is kind of crossing the border where I need to start thinking about how is it going to come back, because I've lived 30 years of my life that way, and not that much has come back, at least in terms of monetary value. So I've realized like no one just drops a bag of money in your lap, but if you're providing a service or value for someone, and it's got a framework to it, and you're confident that you can help them get results, then yes, that warrants actually charging for it. And I'm trying to bridge that gap as tactfully as possible without turning people off. But by coming up with a course, for instance, for golf or fitness or programs, or offering one-on-one mentorship. I think it could have many iterations, but that's something that I'm very interested in. And these are the type of things that are evergreen. You create them once and they live on forever. You can pour ad money into it, or as you continue creating content and growing, it becomes more and more people find it, and you may have only created that video series or course one time, and now you're racking revenue in for the next 10 years as it gets higher and higher on the YouTube search charts. And so my brain is thinking of things like that. I don't want to just keep trading like, oh, I could do one post for company X at this amount of value. That's still trading time for money. So I want to do what I can for now to earn some money, but then as I earn it, reinvest it. Invest in crypto. I need to learn about that. NFTs. I've got an idea for my own NFT collection, similar to like a limited release of t-shirts. I think NFTs is a really interesting way to go about funding my golf career, offering people a portion of something, I'm a business. This would be like my initial public offering. Like, do you think Alex Romo Golf is going to explode either as a personal brand or as a professional golfer or as both? If so, you might want to consider investing in some of his, original NFT 1 of 100 collection, because in the future, if he rises in value, if the Alex Romo stock rises, you could resell that at a much higher valuation. And the way NFTs are structured, I would always earn 20% of those sales. Anytime somebody sells or transfers their NFT of me, I earn something as well. So just, a lot of ideas that are all going to take time to explore, and I need to find people that are interested or experts in these things to help me explore them. And that's what I'm doing. Day by day, I am moving all of these little pieces forward and trying to weed out, which ideas are maybe not the best or less realistic than others, so that I can, do less. Less is always more. If you're elite at one thing, that's always better than being average at 7 things. And that speaks to me. I am average at a lot of things. It's a double-edged sword to feel like you could do a lot of stuff and you're interested in a lot of stuff. One, it's cool because the world is just like this, your oyster, and you have this opportunistic mentality where you want to say yes to everything, and your eyes are always wide, and you're like, oh man, I could do this and I could do that, and I could be a motivational speaker, I could be a clothing designer, I could be a golfer, I could be a personal trainer, I could be a nutritionist, I could be a marketer, XYZ. But it's like, okay, but you can't do it all, at least at once. You could maybe do it all over a lifetime if you have the mentality to be that patient, but if you want to do everything and you want to do it now, that's a recipe for disaster, or for feeling like a failure and feeling dejected all the time, which is how I felt most of my life. So trying to hone it in, my things are golf and social media. It's becoming very clear to me now what I'm passionate about, and I'm going to keep running fast in that direction until good things happen. A couple other things. I don't really want to take too much more time on this video. I'm sure it's already been way more than 5 minutes, but bear with me. Content house and producing a TV show. I think it's starting to become clear to me that this path of it being any kind of an athlete or being on any journey at all and then documenting it, they go hand in hand. You don't need to wait until you're where you want to be. Like, I used to think, oh man, until you're on like at least the Corn Ferry, the PGA Tour, no one wants to see you talk about golf. You're not credible yet. You got to, be great before you can speak. And it's like, no, that's such backwards thinking. It's not relatable to be on the PGA Tour. Unfortunately, there's only 150 people in the world that are there, and there's millions of people that play golf. So how relatable is it to listen to Justin Thomas speak? Not that relatable. Love you, Justin. No hate if you're watching this, but it's like people that are in my position or in college or high school or playing amateur golf, like that's relates to a larger percentage of the golf population. The story of like, not always playing that great. What's it like when you miss cuts, or what's it like when you didn't get on your college golf team, like trying to walk on. Like those are things that the average person is like, oh man, I've been there. I've made triple bogeys before, and I've shanked chips before. Like, so there's so much value. Or when you're out of shape, if you're starting the fitness journey and you're out of shape, you ever notice how much traction the progression of somebody improving at something gets? The day 1 through 75, or every day for a year, I drink a gallon of water. Like anytime people can show themselves improving from a relatable position where they're not that happy with some element of their life, as most of the population can relate to, they go from there and then they take action and do something about it, and they make progress. Those are the storylines. And even that's how movies are structured, right? It's like, content is really not as complicated as we make it. Like, just show improvement and people will grip onto that. Talk about something you're passionate about and show yourself improving at it, people will grip onto it. So I kind of have that mentality with social media now, and I think in the long run it will work for me. Even though it's frustrating to feel like, oh man, no one's listening, and I'm putting in all this effort, I make all these videos and not enough people watch them or engage. Like, keep doing it. It does hit with people, even if you have an audience of 5. Like, the point is to impact lives, right? It's not to do numbers. And I think a lot of people get confused thinking like, oh, unless it's got 1 million views, then what was the point? And it's like, no, dude, check your DMs. Like 42 people just told you changed their life even though the video itself didn't do well because it was 42 minutes long and most people's attention span isn't that long, some people really fucked with it and it changed their life, and that's actually more important anyway. That's kind of how I create content. I think that's why I'm growing a lot slower than I could if I just had the mentality of like, oh, just do numbers, make viral videos. Like I've been stuck in that route too, and it's just not as fulfilling. Like it's better to be yourself, and if you're a flashy, crazy, high energy person and you're just naturally gonna go viral, cool. But if you're not, don't force it. Be yourself. And for me, this is being myself, actually having these kind of more lengthy discussions that aren't for everyone. It's going to be over a lot of people's heads or too long for a lot of people or just not relatable. And that's fine. But for some people it is. So I'm going to keep making it. And with that being said, I think having a content house of my own, I'm getting a lot of people asking me how to do what I'm doing. Like, you know, they're also golfers and they want to start filming. You know, they want to document their journey through college or whatever. And all of that is just a sign to me that, like, hey, man, you are going to become a leader in this industry of how to blend, you know, a productive lifestyle while also sharing it on camera before you're where you want to be. Like start talking and treat your life like it's you're the main character in a documentary before there's actually a camera crew. Make your own camera crew, use your iPhone. And it's not narcissistic. It's not like, oh, I'm so special and so important, everyone should watch me. Like people don't have to follow you, they have a choice. Like um, I'm not forcing people to consume my content. It's like I'm more than anything, it's almost just like a log for myself of what I'm doing and a way to be accountable and force myself to keep moving in a positive direction and keep checking in with myself. But I recognize that by sharing it with the world, there is value for other people. It might not be for everyone, but some people will get value from it, and I'm trying to convey that to others as well and explain to my peer group in the golf world that like, hey man, you know, this would be really smart. You know, if I'm just letting people come to me and answering questions for those that are coming to me, but to me that all screams like you'll be the leader of a content house or like a sports team, if you will, of content creators, you know, golfers slash creators or YouTube golfers or some iteration of that is really exciting to me, and I think is a way that I could monetize even further my efforts. Um, so basically, everything I just said in summary is like, you know, passionately share my vision, just keep, you know, enthusiastically speaking into existence the things that I am, you know, interested in and want to make happen, and the right people will come around. I've already seen that happen time and time again in my life where I attract the energy I put out, and at first it may feel like I'm just trudging along this road by myself and no one gets it and it's so hard and I'm swimming upstream, and then little by little you break through the noise and you start to find like-minded people that are like, no dude, I get it, like I'm on the same path, or I agree with what you're saying. And that's when life starts to just become so fun and open up so much, because the world's a big place, man. There's 8 billion or whatever people, and it's like to think that you are just stuck in your hometown or stuck in your toxic little friend group or relationships from high school. And that's not to say like you should not be friends with your high school friends. Like if they're dope people and they're on a good path or you genuinely love them, lit. Like I have still have buddies from high school too, but I'm just saying a lot of us get stuck um, you know, around small-minded people, and we get drugged down. We have our own goals, our own, everyone has goals, right? No one wants to be stuck, but why do most people not accomplish them? And it's because it's so much more comfortable to just stay in the same environment, have the same relationship expectation with the same people. Like it's very difficult if you are always around your high school buddies and all you guys ever do together is like, you know, you hate your jobs and you don't really like your wives or girlfriends, and then you get hammered on the weekend to like complain about it together um, and you know, talk about what you're going to do in the future. Like that's a sad existence. That is reality for a lot of people. It was reality for me for a long time. And so to let go of that, it sometimes it can be tough. It's hard to be a new person and be like, yo, I'm on this new path and doing all these different things, but then still be around those people, because they will either try to bring you down because it's uncomfortable for them to see your growth, and then really what it does is makes them feel insecure about themselves if they're not growing. So the thing choices are either they will elevate with you, which is what I've always tried to make happen, which unfortunately has about a 3% success rate either with friendships or intimate relationships like girlfriends. I've noticed that it is fucking hard to, you can't force people to be at your point in life in their time. Like, it's their timeline, it's not your timeline. You can't make someone get excited about fitness, you can't make them get excited about personal growth. Something will happen in their life, either they're in enough pain eventually where they seek it out themselves, or some traumatic event happens, or they have an awakening. They'll have their own aha light bulb moment the same way you had it, and you don't get to decide when that is for them. As painful as it may be to have to leave people behind and be like, I'm floating up here to this next level, and please come with me. Like, I want to stay loyal to this girlfriend or these friends, or even these family members, but I'm trying my best to bring you with, and you are just not jumping on board, or you're trying to bring me down, and I don't have room for that in my life. Like, I've been through that multiple times, and it's fucking painful. But I guarantee every single happy, fulfilled, successful person would share a story that they went through similar to that. That is just a part of life. That's the evolution of life. People are in your circle when you're learning from them, or they're learning from you, or in some capacity your energies match at that time. And then as people have new visions or make changes in life, sometimes those relationships have to stop in order for new ones to have space to grow. Tough realization, but the quicker you understand that, I think the quicker you'll be able to make good choices in life, and really, take care of yourself, which if you don't take care of yourself, then how could you ever take care of anybody else? So sorry for that little adjunct piece of life right there, but it is related. So years 1 through 3 basically is brand building. Make a name for myself, get my name out there. It's in the golf, fitness, personal growth spaces, motivation, kind of all these things combined, which is me. That's uniquely who I am. And then hopefully, it could happen quicker than that, I don't know, but at a certain point I think I will have invested enough back into myself and be financially stable enough through all of these different social media related endeavors, creating a job for myself basically, and I'll continue golfing, I'll continue playing some tournaments, but it just can't be the top focus because it is so unbelievably expensive. It's like $100,000 a year to play the amount of golf tournaments that I'm playing at this mini tour level, and I'm not winning. You would have to be balling even just to break even. There's like a handful of guys I know that break even that are elite players, and even that's not enough to get to the next level, get to the Corn Ferries. So it's hard, man. It's really hard, and I'm tired of just feeling like I'm not enough, and like I'm dejected, and every time I miss a cut I'm the shit person. It's like, dude, what is that? Like, I'm a happy, enthusiastic, positive, passionate person. I'm tired of getting beat down, and what I can do, what's in my power to change that narrative is make a shit ton of money and then be in a position in the future where I got time. Like, I think by 2024, 2025, once some of these things are set up and running on their own, and I've got a team helping me run this business, I think I will be in a position where I can kind of move away. And that's years 4 and 5, like I was talking about. Shift the priority to golf. My brand will run itself. Financial worries will be gone. Move away and hire the best coaches in the world for golf, for fitness, for mental toughness, and for, spirituality, breath work, visualization. Like, I want to work with the best. In a perfect world, the way I envision it, like, I go to an island or some remote place where all the toxicity of LA and the hierarchy of social status and social media and likes and views and all of these things that are just so distracting from the vision, which is be a good person, help other people, be the best you can be as a golfer, as a friend, as a family member, as a someday husband, father, as a son. Like, just be the best you can be. In order to do that, you got to zone in. You got to tap in, zone out a lot of the noise and all the extra things that we think are important because we're watching other people around us, especially here in LA, like what other people think is important, clothes and cars and money and girl. It's like, dude, none of that shit matters at all. Focus on what matters. And so I'd like to move away and get singularly focused on golf, because I know I've seen it in the past when I've had like a concentrated work phase of before Q school, for instance. I would say I put in maybe 6 to 8 weeks of insanely focused training on golf to almost the exclusion of everything else. I still kept posting on social media a little, but it wasn't the same level I'm doing right now. And it's because I was trying to just focus on golf, get ready for Q school. To me, that was the biggest thing I ever had an opportunity to do. And it worked. I mean, you can't expect to go from 0 to on tour in 8 weeks, but for, where I started and where I got to in that amount of time, it was really something. It might not have shown to other people, that's fine. But in my mind, I was like, damn, you progressed, homie. Like that was impressive. And did I want to continue going like the day I got home? Yeah, absolutely. But it costs a lot of money, and it's just not coming back right now from the golf. And so it's just not an option. It's heartbreaking. It's definitely frustrating to be like, dude, you're so close. Like, can't you just stay your ass on the golf course until you break through somewhere? But unfortunately, I can't. And I also get a lot of satisfaction and fulfillment from this stuff. All the social media. So it's all good. I want to be doing this. I'm happy to be doing this. I just have to be patient and take my time and realize that, if I could get myself in a really comfortable position and be able to hire some of the best in the world to work with me to just develop my mind, spirit, and body to be the best golfer I could be, I'll get on tour. You mark my words right now. I think I will get on the PGA Tour. I don't know when. I don't know how long it will take, but if I could start even at age 33, in other sports, that's like being 23. When I'm 33 as a golfer, that's no different than being 23 as a baller or a football player. Like, I got time, man, and I'm doing so much to just bulletproof my body. I spend so much time on the fitness and nutrition and recovery that I'm only going to get better at that as I learn more in time. So I don't see my body breaking down anytime soon, God willing, and I don't see my mind breaking down anytime soon. So it's like, you know, even if it takes 3 years where golf is kind of on the back burner, I'm practicing as much as I can, but I mostly have to focus on running my business. Like, that's fine, man. Shit. I'll catch up to everyone in my mid 30s, like, and be sustained to go for the long haul when other people might be burning out. They are at the end of their road. But again, it's not a comparison trap or a comparison race against other people. Like, everyone's running their own journey. I'm just trying to stay in my lane and run my own. And I anticipate a very hyper focused phase of golf somewhere within the next 3 or 4 years where I can go all in and really see what I'm capable of. And that would be exciting. That's really kind of what life is all about to me, right? Like, push yourself. So how far can you take it? The limits of the human mind and body and spirit are unimaginable. Most people only experience a fraction of what they're capable of because they just don't push. And I don't want that to be the case for me. We got one shot at life, one chance to be on this earth and make an impact and experience and live to the fullest. And I'm doing everything I can to make the most of my shot. So that's the 5-year plan. Sorry it was more than 5 minutes, but that's the best I could do today. I love you guys. Peace.